Hi friends, today we are going to see the past year NEET questions for the chapter Morphology of Flowering Plant, and today in this video we will cover part 1. Now let's begin with the first question here, which was asked in the year 2017. Plants which produce characteristic pneumatophores and show vivipary belong to dash. So you have 4 options here. Okay, what do you think will be the right answer here? Let's discuss every option here. The first option is Hallofights. Let's talk about that, and the answer is also Hallofights. Let's discuss what are these Hallofights are. See, Hallofights can be described, you have Hallophiles and Hallophyte. Okay, so don't get confused. So Hallophytes can be described as, or they can be defined as a plant which produces pneumatophores and shows vivipary also. So what you mean by vivipary? A hallophyte is a salt tolerant plant that grows in soil or water of high salinity. Okay, coming to contact with saline water through its root or by salt spray, such in saline in semi-deserts, mangrove swamps, marshes and many more places. Okay, so what is a hallophyte? It is a salt tolerant plant. So what happens here? The pneumatophores that it produces. Okay, pneumatophores are breathing or respiratory roots which are found in the hallophytes like mangroves. Hallophytes grow in saline swamps, therefore respiratory roots come out of the water and pick up the oxygen for respiration. Okay, and another thing to be noted here is they're talking about vivipary, right? See, in plants, vivipary occurs when seeds or embryos begin to develop before they detach from the parent. So before they move away from the parent, they start to develop. Okay, plants such as some Indraceae, and you have many other plants which come under this category. It is not just Hallophytes. These fall, and in favorable circumstances, they are effectively the whole season start over fallen seeds. Therefore, the right answer to this question is option A, Hallophytes. Hallophytes grow in saline soil, show vivipary for seed germination and pneumatophores for gaseous exchange. Therefore, the answer is option A, Hallophytes. So here you have a picture which shows the different characteristics of Hallophytes. It serves as a source of medicinal compounds. Then it serves as a model plant to test mechanism of resistance to salt stress, serves as a food source, woods and fibers, forage and bioenergy. So you have many uses from this Hallophytes. Okay, next question here. Sweet potato is homologous, and this question was asked in the year 2011. A sweet potato group which is homologous. So you have only 2 things which can come under it. One is potato and the other is turnip. The answer is turnip. You must have seen how the turnip looks. Sweet potato and turnip both are the roots that become modified for special functions, and the most common being the formulation of the tuberous root for food storage. Okay, so you have the turnip here to your right side. So you must have seen your mom cooking turnips. Right, fine. Next question here. Roots of which plant contains an oxidizing agent? And this question was asked in the year 2001. So you're given 4 options here. Okay, now what do you mean by oxidizing agent in plants? What do they do? How do they help? Oxidizing agent. And when you generally say oxidizing agent, it will have different meanings, but you should check for oxidizing agents in plants. Okay, so you might have a question, is there an oxidizing agent in plant, and how do you differentiate it? See, plants do have oxidizing agents. Okay, they will have oxidizing agents. Root of which plant has this answer? If you see, the answer is soya bean, and the explanation for this is, see, legohemoglobin is present in the roots of soya bean plants. So what is the hemoglobin content that is required? It is called leg hemoglobin. Okay, what is the content needed? Leg hemoglobin is present in the roots of Soya bean plants. It is an oxygen-binding heme protein which is present in the cytoplasm of the infected nodules cells at high concentration and gives the nodules a pink color. Its main function is to help the transport of oxygen to the respiring symbiotic bacterial cells in the manner of analogous to hemoglobin, and this will in turn transport the oxygen to respiring tissues in animals. Therefore, the roots of which plant contains oxidizing agent, if you see, it is soya bean, the rest it is not found. Therefore, the right answer is option B. Next question here. The plant which bears clinging roots. What do you mean by clinging roots? Have you ever seen how a clinging roots look? Clinging. What do you mean by clinging first of all? Cling or just cling. It is to hold on tightly, right? So it is to hold on tightly. So I've given you the clue now. So what do you think will be the answer now? Out of the 4 options, which has clinging root? Screw pine, which is C. Orchid bears clinging roots, while the rest, screw pine, trapa, and all this, they bear assimilatory roots. Okay, so out of the 4 options, the right one is option B, orchid, while the rest of them bear assimilatory roots. Therefore, the right answer is orchid. Next question here. Buttress roots are found in dash. What do you mean by buttress root? How can you explain them? See, when we talk about this, especially when it comes to these kind of plants, buttress, in a sense, it will be highly visible. Those roots will be highly visible. They will be large. They are wide roots on all sides of the shadowy rooted trees. Typically, they are found in nutrient-poor tropical forest soil that may not be very deep. They prevent the tree from falling over, while they also gather some nutrients for the tree. So I've given you a clue now. Okay, so what are these roots actually? They are large, wide. They are usually found in the nutrient poor areas, nutrient poor tropical forest. So why the roots, since the roots haven't gone deep, instead they spread out and they spread the gathering there to prevent the tree from falling, and the roots will somehow manage to gather some nutrients for the trees. Okay, so I will show you the example here. So this is how you find the buttress roots. So you find the roots all over, spreaded over the ground, and it isn't deep actually. They are asymmetrically thickened prop roots found at the base of certain trees. They render additional mechanical support to the trees. As I said, they are mostly found in nutrient poor areas. They give support as well as they see that they can identify and collect some nutrients required for the trees. The right answer is Terminalia, and the other one is Salmalea. So these are some of the examples which have buttress roots. Therefore, the right answer is option C. Next question here. Velamen is found in dash. Now, what do you mean by the term velamen? Or you can simply say velamen roots. Velamen, or it is also called as velamen. So they are actually called as velamen radiculum. Okay, I've just radiculum. It is actually a spongy. How is the texture? It is spongy. Multiple epidermis that covers the root of some epiphytic or semi-epiphytic plants, such as orchid and clevia species. The velamen of the orchid is white or grey covering of aerial roots. Okay, so I've given you the clue. The answer is option aerial roots of orchids, which is option D. So it's not aerial and terrestrial, it's only aerial. Therefore, the answer is option D. Aerial roots of orchids hang freely on the air and absorb moisture with the help of the special sponge-like structure which is called as velamen or velamen radiculum or velamen roots. Next question here. Which of the following is not a stem modification? So you have thorn of citrus, tendrils of cucumber, flattened structures of optinia, picture of nephtines. The answer is option A. Picture of nephtines or pitcher plant is a modification of leaf. While the rest have modification of stem, It is the modification of leaf, whereas thorns in citrus, tender in cucumber, all these are stem modification. Only one which is odd here is option A, while picture plant has a modification of leaf. Okay, fine. Next question here. An example of edible underground stem is dash. So the answer is very easy for this. You must know what the answer is. An example of edible underground stem. What is the answer? Yes, it is potato. Potato is an example of edible underground stem. It is differentiated into nodes and internodes. We all know that, right? It is differentiated into nodes and internodes. The eyes of the potato tuber indicate axillary buds at the nodes. It bears scaly leaves. The leaves do not store food. Axillary buds arise at the nodes, and they do not bear any roots. So an example of the edible underground stem is option D, potato. Next question. What is eye of potato? Okay, this question which was asked in the year 2001, what is eye of potato? What do you think will be the answer? Because we just now saw in the last question, right? The answer is option A, axillary bud. Axillary bud is a bud arising from the axil of the branch. Apical bud arises from the apex, while adventitious bud arises from any location other than the usual location. Therefore, the right answer is axillary bud. Next question here. Stems modified into flat green organs performing the functions of the leaves are known as dash. So, you have four options here, right? You have four options here. Now, the right answer is Phyloclads. So what are Phyloclads? I just want to give you, that's why I gave you the information here. Phyloclad refer to the portion of a flattened leaf-like stem or branch with multiple nodes and internodes, and a cladode for a single internode of a phyloclad. In some plants, the petioles are flattened and widened to become phyllodes or phyllodia. So stems modified into flat green organs performing the functions of the leaves are simply called as phyloclads, which is option C. Okay. Next question here. Leaves become modified into spines in dash. So it is obviously not silk cotton. If it is obviously not onion or pea, the answer is Putinea. So here leaves become modified into spines to avoid transpiration so as to far or to save water. Okay. The stems of this plant appear like they appear like leaf-like, and they are termed as phyloclads, which perform the process of photosynthesis. Therefore, the right answer to this question is Putinea. Next question here. How many plants among China rose, osmimum, sunflower, mustard, Lostania, guava, allotrophis, nerium have opposite Phyllotaxi? Okay. I will show you the description here, maybe then you can understand. See, Phyllotaxy is a pattern of arrangement of leaves on the stem of the branch. So that is called as Phyllotaxy. Now, Osmimum, guava and Calotropis will have opposite. China rose, sunflower, mustard have alternative. And Slostania and Nerium have ruled Phyllotaxy. So how many are exhibited here? 3 types. Therefore, the answer is B3. Okay, easy question. So, but in addition, you should know what is Phyllotaxy. It is the pattern of arrangement of leaves. Next question here. Phylloid is present in dash. Very easy question because we just now discussed about it. But anyways, I will discuss again what is phylloid for you. See, phylloid can be defined as a winged leaf stalk which functions as a leaf. Okay, it's a winged leaf stalk. Okay. Phylloid is a leaf petiole which becomes leaf-like and perform the functions of the leaf. An important example includes Acacia. You have many species which come under this Acacia. So I've given you the clue. Yes, the answer is option C. Australian Acacia is the right answer. They're actually not leaves, but they present to be like leaves and they perform the function of leaves. So that is phylloid. Okay, therefore the right answer is option C. So you have phylloid and phyloclades. So phylloid is something which doesn't appear like leaf but still performs the function of leaf. Phyloclads are flattened leaf-like structures. I mean, they are reduced so that the water will be saved. Okay, so understand the difference between both. That's why I gave you that picture here. Okay, next question. Whorled simple leaves with reticulate venation is present in dash. This also you should know what the answer is, because we just now saw it in the previous or the earlier question where we spoke about the Phyllotaxi, the arrangement of leaf pattern. So we saw for whorled it was Alstonia, right? So the answer is option D. Whorled Phyllotaxi is a feature of Nerium and Alstonia where it will be arranged in where the leaves will be arranged in whorled type. Okay, therefore the right answer is option D. And you can see the arrangement here. Fine. So this is how that's how the plant looks. Okay. So with this we complete the part 1 of morphology of flowering plant. Hope to meet you in the next part of the same chapter. Thank you.